Shalom, Yeshua Allah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, all honor, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachadash. Double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, and I wanted to just do an update on the immigration enforcement that has been stepping up in its AI technological sphere of influence. And what I mean by that is these other companies that are allowing data to be exchanged between either law enforcement, the immigration police, ICE, to show who is coming into their stores, the information that's on the public, which is like their license plates, their iris scans. Now they're talking about being able to scan people's eyes with the AI cameras from feet away, and this is all again attacking the 12 tribes, and as we can see that the issue that they're saying that they're trying to fix is the so-called illegal immigration problem. But you have to understand all this is only happening to practice on when they are really going to crack down on the people having the charagma. And this just goes to show you how Esau is going to use the stores that people shop at. Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, are the main ones off the top of my head that are going to be doing the major data sharing, because the type of cameras that they have and the systems that they have installed for security in their stores are some of the, I guess you could say top notch to the highest, because they are one of the major corporations, so it only makes sense, So I'm going to get to the article, but this is Lowe's and Home Depot are sharing customer data with law enforcement. The stores use flock cameras to collect license plate data from cars entering parking lots. Law enforcement is tapping the data as a source for their growing surveillance system. Jason Cobbler for 404 Media reports. So we know that this is just one of many, of offshoots of people talking about this, and what this is referring to is the overreach of a government tapping into people's privacy and getting information from them just as they're, out in public, So what we just saw is a major data collection increase. And a lot of this has come from the big, beautiful bill, because even though people were dumbasses were excited because they're talking about no tax on overtime, you didn't realize that the 2,000 other pages that was included in the bill was stuff to enact you being able to pay more money to the government so that they can have higher technology, so that they can have a AI so-called data build up on all of its citizens, so that they can ultimately, use people for whatever means that they'll need to, by categorizing them, whether they're so-called, anti, whether they woke or not, whether they're going to be a sheep or whether they're going to be a pawn in the New World Order system, So we see that the increase of them categorizing people and getting information, in this case, on the so-called illegal immigrants. But again, they are going to use this on anybody that's contrary to the system, to attacking the men of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, those that are going to be against the system, anybody that's against what the mainstream is saying. So as we can see, in Washington, D.C., Trump has federalized the local law enforcement and completely taken over whatever local jurisdiction was in that city. And this is Trump says that he may take control of New York, Chicago, and other cities just like D.C. And this is just going to show you that this will be an all-out attack on the 1/3, and the hopeful elect, as well as, these 2/3 are going to get it too, but just in the sense that Esau is going to come down on Jake hard, and only the elect are going to be the ones to make it out, I'm going to read a couple of these headlines that I've seen floating around online, and then I'm going to get a scripture. This is Trump referring to Washington, D.C. We will bring the military if we need it. Just a disclosed TV. This is Trump says Washington, D.C. will be liberated today and that he will make our capital great again. And this is something, this is, I screenshotted this yesterday, but they moved in today. The National Guard, they were all moving in to Washington, D.C. and setting up shop. So back to what I was saying in the beginning, Trump showing you that he can use the federal forces to move in, and then there's going to be, the major data collection on the citizens here in Babylon the Great. So what I wanted to do is, get 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, just keep it simple, because this is all about exposing Esau Edom's plans, and what he has planned for our people. And as a watchman and us knowing what's going to happen is our responsibility, to tell him. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we understand that this is all leading up to, nowhere to hide. Because the next thing Esau does, from putting a camera on every block, in every store, in the front of every house, or whatever it may be, man, Esau ultimately wants to put, that digital monitoring inside of you in the form of the charagma. What we push here is a digital micro C-hip that is going to be mandated to buy or sell to function in this society. And again, coming from a point of the watchman, something that we take very seriously. This is our responsibility to warn our people of Esau's different devices and what the consequences of taking this message lightly is. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning. And give them warning from me. So as you can see, man, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has given you an order, because you can see a watchman is someone that is on an elevated platform that is looking out, whether it be for a town, a city, a village, but they can see things from a better point of view than the rest of the people, so that they can see the danger coming and that they can ultimately give the correct call so that people can prepare accordingly. And that is why, this message is so crucial to tell correctly, to use these different events to paint the picture, to show Jake that this devil is coming for you. So I have a couple more scriptures or pictures that I wanted to share with this lesson, but this is what I saw today. This is ICYMI, U.S. Homeland Security will acquire advanced iris biometric scanning technology from BI2, which is an AI company, technologies for ICE to identify individuals in seconds from virtually anywhere. And it's just like that movie Eagle Eye. In Eagle Eye, the AI software could access any camera, any street crossing that is connected to electricity, and it could access those cameras. And this is called Iris. This is identification in the blink of an eye. This is BI2 technology. This is the iris scan technologies. It goes to show you how it's an innovative biometric technology and data sharing. The inmate identification and recognition system, IRIS, is a trademark, is implemented through the nation's only secure encrypted real-time national criminal justice sharing network based on IRIS biometric technology, which enables law enforcement agency staff to positively identify criminals in seconds. So this is just going to show you how it works, from the cameras that gets connected to the computers and whatever way it came in. It goes through their firewalls, through their into their cloud, storing it, through another firewall, having access to the web server, and then it goes to the different devices that are out in the field that the so-called police would use. So hey man, this is high level stuff, man. This is not something that is science fiction anymore. Esau has technology that is way out there. So I just wanted to make this lesson, to show you that this is coming down, and again, this is only going to get worse. So I did want to get you a couple scriptures, because hey man, you have to understand that this is a very important to be able to understand, that you get this understanding before it's too late. And I wanted to go to use the parable of the 10 virgins. This is Matthew. I'm going to start 25 and start at the top. Yep. Read 25 through about 12. Yep, about 12, 13. I'm going to get through this parable because this is so applicable to us, in the sense that we have to really hold the oil that we have for ourselves first and foremost, to be able to light our way in that day, but as well as an example to those people, that them procrastinating and, oh, you guys are crying wolf, man. You always say Esau's going to do the next thing. You always been saying, oh, this is the next thing. Well, we are reporting on what Esau is doing against our people, and how he's going to use that to attack ultimately all the believers when they don't want to conform to the Charagma and the beast system. So you playing games, you going back and forth and not taking this word seriously, when that day comes, you're going to be like the 5 foolish virgins that are in this parable. This is Matthew 25 and 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And the bridegroom is being Yahushua when he comes. Verse 2, and 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. The oil representing, the understanding, the scriptures, the belief, your walk in this faith, and what you took with you that is retained inside you, that is going to be able to influence your decisions in the time of Jacob's trouble, and to ultimately be offered as that sweet living sacrifice to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Continuing, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And this is Jake being in the world, lottie-dottie, not taking it seriously, wanting to pursue their business, wanting to pursue their marriage, wanting to pursue their pursuit of happiness in this fucking world, man. What a joke. Salakia. Continuing. Verse 6, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. And that's going to be these other Israelite camps when they're looking for answers, and they don't have any way to answer their congregation. They're going to be trying to call the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, asking them what the hell's going on, And that's going to be a fact, man. When all this happens exactly how the elders and apostles of Great Millstone have been saying, all these other camps are going to be shown liars. This is continuing. And the fool, verse 9, but the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Hey man, I thought y'all got those subscriptions to the Sakari page working $400 a month or something like that, man. I thought you had to make sure that your elders were making sure that the building fund was taken care of. You gotta make sure the building fund was taken care of. So surely those jakes over there are gonna help you, because you helped the building fund. They're gonna run to their leaders, man. We put thousands of dollars. Come on, can you tell us what's going on? Hey, they're not gonna know anything, man. And it's not literally, talking about buying and selling, but it's just going to show you, man. You wasted your time with those other fucking false teachers. Go ask them, pretty much. But continuing, verse 10, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Man, they were ready when Yahushua came. Verse 11, afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Whoo! Man, so hey, we don't know the day nor the hour, but we know exactly that we are in the season of that last days of the last days, man. Look at all these signs that are going around. And this is just one of many signs, is the persecution, the high increase of the persecution of the children of Israel is a sign of these last days. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying unto the elect. Till next time, I'd like to give all glory, all honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rechachodash. And double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.